Why does Virgo seem to live two lives at the same time? This is a question that intrigues, challenges, and fascinates anyone who has ever lived closely with a Virgo. At first glance, Virgo may seem simple, meticulous, and even predictable, but as we get closer, we discover that behind the organized and rational facade, there is an entire universe of complexities, dualities, and secrets. It's as if every Virgo carries two parallel existences within themselves, the life they show to the world and the life they live in silence, in the most intimate part of their being. This apparent contradiction sparks curiosity and makes many wonder, after all, who is the true Virgo? Since the dawn of astrology, Virgo has been associated with the pursuit of perfection, critical analysis, and the desire for order amidst chaos. But what few understand is that behind this need to organize everything lies a spirit divided between rationality and emotion, between sharp logic and hidden sensitivity. It is precisely this tension that often makes it seem like they live two lives at the same time. One of them is public, visible, made of discipline, work, efficiency, and an impeccable image. The other is private, secret, filled with deep thoughts, insecurities, hidden dreams, and feelings that rarely come to light. The challenge of Virgo is to balance these two dimensions without losing themselves in the process. Those who live with Virgos know that they are capable of taking care of every detail, anticipating problems, and offering solutions no one else would notice. This practical ability gives the impression that they are always in control. But behind this mask of perfection lies a restless heart, constantly questioning whether they are doing enough, whether they are good enough, whether they are truly on the right path. It's as if there were a silent struggle between what they show and what they feel. To the world they are the example of dedication. To themselves, they often push to the limit, as if nothing were ever enough. This duality makes Virgo an enigmatic sign. They can be the most reliable, caring, and responsible person you know, but at the same time, they keep within themselves a world of doubts, fears, and desires they rarely share. It's as if two voices were fighting for space in their mind, one that demands perfection, and another that longs for freedom. One that plans every step, and another that just wants to let go. This contradiction can be exhausting, but it is also what makes them fascinating. After all, who isn't intrigued by a mystery that never fully reveals itself? But why does Virgo seem to live two lives? The answer may lie in their observer nature. They notice everything, the details no one else sees, the mistakes that go unnoticed, the flaws hidden between the lines. This analytical eye creates a sharp awareness not only of the external world, but also of themselves. They live, at the same time, the real experience and the reflection about that experience. While participating in a situation, they are also analyzing how they acted, what they could have done better, how others are reacting. It's as if they are never 100% present, because there is always a second layer, a second gaze, living in parallel. This is one of Virgo's greatest dilemmas, the difficulty of turning off the mind. While others simply live, they are constantly evaluating, judging, correcting. This generates the sensation that they are divided between two existences, the practical and the mental, the external life, and the internal one, the visible life, and the invisible. It is in this contrast that the impression arises that Virgo lives two lives at the same time. And there is yet another rarely spoken detail. Virgo is deeply sensitive. Behind the rational and critical image lies a heart that feels intensely, but rarely allows itself to show it. They hide emotions so as not to appear vulnerable, hold back feelings so as not to lose stability, repress desires so as not to lose control. This creates a secret, almost inaccessible world that only a few people ever get to see. To the world, they may appear cold and calculating, but in secret, they live intensely, dream deeply, suffer silently. This discrepancy between the external and internal life reinforces the sense of duality. That is why it is often so difficult to fully understand a Virgo. You may think you know everything about them, but there will always be a second version, a hidden side that remains untouched. This invisible layer is both their strength and their weakness. It is the part that makes them capable of analyzing the world with precision, but also the part that makes them suffer in silence. And here arises a fascinating, free from rules. It's as if every Virgo were a paradox. Virgo seeks perfection, but knows it does not exist. Stage where two plays happen at the same time. 1. They live trying to surpass themselves, but never feel enough. Visible to the public, and another silent, performed only for. They help others generously, but rarely accept help. They are themselves. This mystery is what makes Virgo so magnetic. They're independent, but long to be understood. They are rational, but is something about them that makes us feel we never feel deeply. They are disciplined, but secretly long to break. Know the whole story, that there is always a missing piece of the puzzle. And this sensation, far from pushing us away, draws us closer. We want to discover more, understand better, enter that secret universe. It is this game between revealing and hiding that creates fascination. Because deep down, we are all attracted to what we cannot completely decipher. But living with Virgo requires preparation. They change their minds, plans, and moods based on the endless analyses they make. What seemed perfect today may not work tomorrow. What once seemed right is reconsidered later. For some, this is instability. But for them, it is simply the result of a critical mind in constant motion. It's like trying to hold water in your hands. No matter how hard you try, it always slips away. Virgo needs freedom to adjust, to reevaluate, to correct. To trap them in only one form is to suffocate them. And here lies Virgo's greatest secret. It's not that they live two lives, but that they refuse to live only one. They believe that life is made of multiple possibilities, and that limiting themselves to a single version would be wasting the potential of truly existing. That's why they allow themselves to change, to experiment, to reinvent themselves. To the world, this may look like contradiction. To them, it is simply authenticity. And now I leave you with a question. You who live with Virgos, or maybe are one yourself, have you ever managed to figure out which is the real version? Or could it be that Virgo's truth is precisely never being just one thing, but embracing all possibilities at once? This is the mystery that will continue to intrigue and enchant everyone who crosses the path of a Virgo. And if you've made it this far, I want to invite you to reflect with me. Is Virgo really contradictory, or simply more conscious and demanding than the rest of us? Share your opinion in the comments, because I truly want to know what you think about this. Don't forget to leave a like if this dive into the Virgo universe made you reflect, and take the chance to subscribe to the channel, because we are still going to explore the secrets of the other signs, which, just like Virgo, carry mysteries that few dare